So, now going beyond that, like what do you really feel like is your vision for the next step of Daybird? Because yeah, I know you're really into like keeping it minimal. You don't want a
Mhm.
gigantic product line,
Mhm.
but what does that look like from a business standpoint?
Yeah.
How do you keep your business growing without feeling like I've got to flood the market with a bunch of products? How does that work?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. So I think for us at the foundation is creating truly everyday products. So when we think of like from a business lens, right? Retention, right? We're creating products that we want. We created that bright orange bottle so it stands out on your bathroom counter as that one product you can reach for. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you love it. That one product you can reach for every single day, and that's going to serve you and just get you ready for your day in one step. And what we also hear from our customers is that they'll put one product on their face, like all over their face, but they might reach for something like, they might want a little lip product, they might want a little lip cheek or a little mascara or a little concealer. And so when we think of how do we Daybird make those more Daybird for them, it's layering in skincare ingredients at clinically proven active levels with those makeup products to make them truly multifunctional and truly effective. So if I thought of, and this is just stuff that we're working on in the pipeline, but if I thought of something like a concealer, like could it be something that also helps treat, hyperpigmentation or acne inflammation, post-acne inflammation, or for a lip cheek, like could it be something that helps to moisturize your lips or even have SPF in it? And so for added protection. And so that's what we're thinking about is how do we continue to stay true to our brand of like minimizing steps, but also fit into our customers' routine. We're not trying to add steps. We're just trying to make the steps you're already doing more effective.
Yes, I think definitely going the avenue of like figuring out solutions for hyperpigmentation would be great. When you mentioned earlier about like, oh, I think it's great you use sunscreen. It's like I was forced to use sunscreen when I moved. I moved from the East Coast to Los Angeles. I grew up in Philadelphia, and I get out here in the land of eternal sunshine. And those first few years, even though I guess I was using some kind of sunscreen, I immediately saw a lot of sunspots showing up on my
Yeah,
skin. Again, being like,
I
I
hear
think
that.
my family is like English, Irish, Scottish descent. And you put me in the sun, and I'm immediately like freckle girl, hyperpigmentation all over my face. I also dealt with adult acne when I moved out here. So I have quite a bit of unevenness in my skin that I'm always like, without feeling like I need to cover my face, just be like, can I even it out so I don't feel like I'm like, I don't know, the map of the world. My face
Yeah.
is like
Oh, I
a
got you.
typography map of the world at this point. So I think like that would be very smart for you, I'm very smart. Okay, selfishly, girl, I need help with my
Oh
hyperpigmentation.
my gosh.
So let
It's
me know.
tough.
Let
Yeah,
me
I mean,
know.
like, as someone, so like I'm South Asian and my post like after I get acne, I get a dark
Yeah.
spot. So I completely relate. And I think it's that's part of this journey, right? Of taking back ownership of what beauty looks like and feels like in your own life. And that's kind of why we're creating Daybird. You want to create products that aren't just telling you that there's something like mentioned going into a dedicated beauty store. It feels like there's so many solutions out there for problems that you may not have even thought about for
Right.
yourself. It reminds me of that scene in Mean Girls where it's like suddenly we're criticizing ourselves and we never thought we needed to before. And I think that's kind of where the beauty industry can put our minds is like constantly chasing, but what are we chasing? We're
Right.
chasing some unattainable standard of perfect skin. No one's skin is perfect. It's a reflection of
Yeah.
our external environment, just like you mentioned, moving to a new place that affects your skin. It's a reflection of what's going on inside of our bodies too, and like everything else working all together. So I think, yeah, I mean, we're trying to create products that help you reach your skin goals, but I think at the top of that is however you feel like those goals shape your like help you redefine your relationship with beauty standards, with what beauty looks like and feels like in your life, and kind of controlling, you don't have to, if you don't want to get off it, you don't have to, but controlling the hamster wheel of
Yeah.
beauty or getting off it completely or finding a new path for yourself.